Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is Education Channel and Intellectual Kshatriya's channel. We are continuing our fascinating series of Human Ecology, MIC, that is Military Industrial Complex. This is part 122 of our Human Ecology series. Mitrom, we are talking today about a very fascinating topic, that is, in the post-age, that means age of exuberance. Post-age, that is age of exuberance, post-age of exuberance, the success of human beings. Here we see the human beings we are around about 8 billion people on the planet Earth today. The success among them is at the expense of others in this post period when compared to pre-period, that is at the age of exuberance, post-age of exuberance. That is the point of discussion today. And if you are new to my education channel, Mitram and Bandhuvam, I have posted more than 460 presentations on very diverse topics as of 2023 November. You can go and look at them. South Asia Maps J. Reddy. And you are aware this is our fascinating Human Ecology series. We are talking about the part 122 here. That is the post-exuberance era. Post-years of exuberance, success comes at the cost of others. Of course, we have the previous series. This is, I can say, the part A. In the part D, you can see Human Ecology series. You can look at our playlist, and this is the series before, part C, and this is the part B, and this is the most important fundamental presentations like drawdown, takeover, carrying capacity. We have discussed before, and you can go and look at it. Military industrial complex is a broader term that gives all the social, political, economical niches that we enjoy today, what we can say the modern world, MIC complex. See, there are two types of humans here. Homo sapiens is the binomial nomenclature of human beings. Sapiens means wise. That means humans gave themselves as a wise animal when compared to its cousins like chimpanzees, gorillas, monkeys, and so on. This is the modern human being interbreeding a same species, Homo colossus. This Professor Carton coined the term. The noted human ecologist whose concepts have taken from his interesting book, that is Overshoot as well as the Bottleneck. The Homo colossus means giant, means resource consuming human being. There are the competition on the biota on the planet Earth can be categorized as intra-species and interspecies. Interspecies means originally human beings were competing with the flora and fauna. Flora means the plants, fauna means the animals. That means the humans as hunters and gatherers, they go from one land, kill all the animals and plants, take over that land. That is called human takeover. A type of increasing the carrying capacity. That means More number of humans now can populate a particular habitat in a general whole earth. That is takeover. Previously, the success of humans was interspecies competition. And after drawing down the minerals and metals, we started industrialization and medical technologies, industrial farming, and that is limited in nature because these oil, coal, iron, aluminum, they are not renewable. So these two things gave humans increase their numbers round about beginning of the Christian era. There used to be around about 200 million people. Now we have 8 billion people. Take over and draw down. So what is exuberant era? What is post-exuberant era? Here I'll explain. So this is a concept that around about 1500 Europeans made major discoveries of new lands like Columbus, Vespucci, and so on, Magellan, and so on. That means they found the sea routes from the old world, that is Europe, Africa, and Asia. Eurasia discovers the new world, that is two Americas, North America, South America, or English speaking America versus the Latin America, the Spanish, Portuguese speaking America, and by extension to Australia, New Zealand, and so on. That is the new world. So from 1500 roughly, round about 450 years, say the World War II, we can say, or you can even broadly extend up to 2000, means 500 years or 5 centuries, or 4.5 centuries. That is not that critical broadly. This is years of exuberance, means era of prosperity and affluence for the Europeans, their descendants who colonized from the old world into the new world. So in the post-age after World War II, the success among the humans comes the competition among the humans themselves. That is the point we are discussing today. Age is the 4 centuries of affluence and prosperity. That means an era of non-competitive lifestyles for the people in the new world. Now in the industrial era, the term we are using very broadly wherever the industrial societies live today, the much of the planet Earth today. That means the old world has a plenty of people at that time. Eurasia, contemporary population density. The plenty of people means there are less jobs. That is the definition of the old world. After the discoveries and finding of the new world, there is a plenty of land, plenty of opportunities, plenty of jobs. That is the new world. The competition when the Europeans landed in the old world, from old world to new world, was with the flora and fauna, which are dispensable, and also with the disregardable natives, what at the time the European colonists, their descendants thought. Native Amerindians and Maoris in New Zealand, Aborigines in Australia, and so on. After industrialization and increase in the population, especially from the post-World War II, the competition is in the throughout the planet Earth is intra-species among the humans itself. When did the age of exuberance ended? This is little bit arbitrary or little bit subjective. There is no fast and rule which one you want to take. Some people take it the death of FDR, the popular American president, that is Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1945 April. Almost 2 weeks later, the death of Hitler occurred. That means practically end of World War II. That is the age of exuberance ended. Some people say at the assassination time of uh, uh, John F. Kennedy, 63, or the resignation of Richard Malthus Nixon, the American president. So 45 or 63 or 74, that really does not matter in the human history. So the competition is intra-species. The humans now, the competing, just enhancing that euphoria of years of exuberance by printing more currency, fiat currencies, or drawing down the resources. That means postponing, giving the effect to diachronic competition. That means leaving less resources for their descendants, the next generation. That is called stealing from uh, the younger generations. Diachronic competition. That means the diminishing of the resource. So age and resource depletion, decreasing about traditional renewable niches like oil and so on. Post-exuberant era, essentially the successes at the expense of others, not because we are unscrupulous at this time, but we are numerous now. At the 1818, we were 1 billion on the planet Earth. At the end of the World War I, we were 2 billion. Now we are 8 billion as of 2023. The technological progress. So that means even if you take the United States, 1865, at the time of assassination of President Lincoln, there used to be 35 million people, almost 10 times, or actually 330. I put it 350, does not matter. So from Lincoln to Biden in 2025, 35 million people to 350. At the time, Americans used to be Homo sapiens, now Homo colossus. Essentially, living on the era of phantom carrying capacity in the twilight zone of post-exuberant period. So that's the end of the American dream, non-competitive way of life. Now, in every country, the competition is intra-species among the humans themselves, not the competition with the flora or fauna, competition with the disregardable natives. That era has passed away. We discussed that in 4393 of this series by taking end of California dream, that even though I talked about the California, but essentially it can be projected to almost other part of the planet Earth. So what did we talk? When did so the American nation started? Just 1776 Declaration of Independence and so on. Washington President. When did it end? Again, a type of subjective thing. And Dr. Carton just generally signifies that the demise of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, American president, on April 12th, 1945, that is the end of World War, is the era of exuberance ended. The military industrial complex was the term coined by the 34th President Dwight Eisenhower, and he was the prominent general also in America who fought World War II, a generalissimo, and Eisenhower. And some people think the assassination November 1963 is the end of years of exuberance. That can also be taken. But we can also take that the resignation of Richard Milhous Nixon 74 is also end of age of exuberance. Of course, the the after 2000, everybody recognizes that, accepts that we are in the post age of exuberance. And that means when the Europeans they landed around about 1500 in North America, they have plenty of opportunities. They entered into the age of exuberance and euphoria. The competition at the time was within the interspecies between the Europeans and the flora and fauna that taken over virgin soils, virgin lands, virgin forests, and prairies, and so on, in the both the world, and drawing down the mineral resources and so on. After World War II, the competition has become essentially intra-species, within or among the humans themselves, as a successful person are acquiring the higher standards of living. That is the fascinating story today. That is in the post age, that is the post. After Age of Exuberance, that is around about 400 and 4.5 centuries from 1500 to World War, the success of humans is among themselves, that is intra-species competition, no more interspecies competition with the plants and animals or forest taking over the land. This is now that way. This icon represents the humans competing among themselves, not in a sense fighting, but it's essentially competition for food, water, resources, indirectly, directly for the higher education or jobs and so on, one trying to overtake the other. So that is the essence of the point today, and hope this presentation will put you in the proper perspective, gives you the ecological perspective rather than the traditional outdated old socio-political perspective. Mitra and Bandhu, if you like this series, please subscribe the channel and post the comment and bring it to the notice of others. Thank you very much. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy.